I've been taking probiotics every day for a couple months now, and I gotta say, probiotics are very underrated.
Oh, hi, Mark.
What's up, Freccero fam? Welcome back to my channel. We'd like to experience everything that life has to offer. As most of you know, I've reviewed a ton of supplements on this channel. I love trying out new things, including supplements. And probiotics has been a supplement that's been on my mind and on my radar for a while now, especially with things like gut health being incredibly important and having numerous different benefits, not just when it comes to your gut itself, but even mental benefits and a lot more. Probiotics are, I think, a very underrated supplement. And after taking them for a couple months, I've definitely noticed some unique changes. And so in this video, I'm gonna talk about me taking probiotics, the benefits, how it's affected me, and a lot more. Starting off with the benefits of probiotics. One, probiotics help balance the friendly bacteria in your digestive system. So you have both good bacteria and bad bacteria. And an imbalance means there are too many bad bacteria and not enough good bacteria. Having too much bad bacteria can be digestive issues, allergies, mental health problems, obesity, and more. And probiotics helps alleviate and get rid of that bad bacteria. Two, probiotics can help prevent and treat diarrhea. Pretty self-explanatory. Going down here, probiotic supplements improve some mental health conditions. This is a very interesting one. I'm going to be honest, that an increasing number of studies link gut health to mood and mental health. Like the gut-mind connection has been a big thing that's being explored a lot more. I mean, we all know that if you eat healthy, you feel better, right? But there's actually science to show it's not just eating healthy per se, but there's a huge connection between gut and brain. Even going here to this Harvard article, pay attention to your gut-brain connection. It may contribute to your anxiety and digestion problems. Going down here in the article, the brain has a direct effect on the stomach and intestines, right? In addition, the connection goes both ways. A troubled intestine can send signals to the brain, just as a troubled brain can send signals to the gut. So it's really interesting that they found in some studies, and there's a growing number of research, that if you eat healthier, have really good gut health, it can actually elevate your mood, improve mental health issues, and a lot more. In addition, certain probiotic strains can help keep your heart healthy in terms of lowering the LDL or bad cholesterol. Probiotics may reduce the severity of certain allergies and eczema. Probiotics can help reduce symptoms of certain digestive disorders. Probiotics may help boost your immune system. And then lastly, probiotics may help you lose weight and lose belly fat. Now, in terms of the exact probiotic supplement that I've been taking, I'm taking probiotics by Do Not Age. I want to say as well, they are a sponsor of this channel. I'm a huge fan of Do Not Age. I've reviewed a bunch of their products. I take a bunch of their products daily, and I'm going to stress, I also reached out to them. I'm a huge fan of the company, and I reached out to them saying, hey, I want to work with you. There's a lot of really bad and sketchy supplements on the market, especially when it comes to quality and everything. Everything from Do Not Age is tested and extremely high quality, including, of course, their probiotics. And as you can see here, all the benefits, like I've talked about before. In addition, which is what I love, if I can like zoom in on this, there's 30 billion CFUs per serving. So in terms of taking it, here's a 1 year supply. Looks like this. Just one of these pills. That's it. That simple. Nothing too complicated, right? And like I said, 30 billion CFUs. If I go down to like a year supply, you're looking at about $250. So it's about $20 a month, which I'd say is pretty standard when it comes to a lot of probiotic supplements, even ones that are less quality than this and not as good as Do Not Age. Right now, when I go down here, you can see we have 10 unique strains. That is absolutely huge. Having different strains can make it even more beneficial when it comes to having probiotics. In addition, this one particular supplement also has vitamin B12 and inulin for fiber to help support the live bacteria in your gut. And you can see here, going back to these supplement facts, these are all the different strains that we have in this one particular probiotic supplement, making it a phenomenal probiotic supplement overall. So with all that science stuff, if I call it that, being considered, how did it affect me? Not just what it says on paper of how it affects you, but how did it affect me personally after taking these probiotics for a couple months? One important thing I kind of have to mention right away is I think there's a spectrum of feeling a supplement, if I'd word it like that. And here's what I mean. There are some supplements that I've taken. Take caffeine, right? I'm drinking some coffee right now, so cheers. If you think of caffeine, you feel it right away, right? I mean, caffeine is incredible. I love my morning cup of coffee. You have caffeine, but then you also have other supplements that you feel right away. I might even say NMN. I might put NMN in that category. I've already reviewed NMN on this channel. And then you have some supplements that maybe you don't feel right away, but you feel in a couple days like you notice the benefits. I think creatine monohydrate is kind of like this for me. After a few days of taking creatine, I notice the benefits. But then you have other supplements on the opposite end of the spectrum that you don't feel it right away, and you don't notice it exactly a couple days later, but over time, you really start to notice the benefits. I think a good example of this is vitamin D, right? When I first started taking vitamin D, it's not like I felt it or it kicked in, so to speak, like caffeine or NMN or something like that. But I noticed over time, I just felt a lot healthier. And as we all know, vitamin D is incredibly important for you, especially with all the research and attention from Dr. Rhonda Patrick about vitamin D and how important it is. And when it comes to probiotics, I put it in that category where when I first started taking it, it's not like I instantly felt better. It's not like I all of a sudden had this incredible gut sensation that I just felt perfect, right? However, I will say over the past couple months, there have been a couple unique things I've noticed. One, I will say this, that I feel like my gut when I have a lot of food, especially like say like spicy food or food that might typically irritate my stomach, that stopped happening, right? Now, granted, might as well say, and I say this in a lot of videos, maybe it's the placebo effect, right? Like I think the probiotics might help my gut, and then it does. Either way, I'm feeling great, and I honestly feel like my gut health has never been better. In terms of just overall digestion, I feel like I have less food comas. I noticed that, like say you have a big carb-heavy meal, like a big bowl of pasta. I find I just process it better. I know that sounds weird to say. I know it's a bit ambiguous, but I notice, especially from before I started taking these probiotics to now a couple months later, that just in general, when I have, like say, a big meal, I don't feel that sluggish, like, feeling as much. In addition, I've also noticed that I've gotten less bloating. I think that's really interesting as well. I have to mention that because typically when I have protein, just for me personally, protein and I find dairy makes me bloated, especially protein for whatever reason. If I have like a lot of protein powder, it makes me bloated. And it's sometimes annoying when I'm like, okay, I need protein because I'm working out hard. I want to build muscle, I'm trying to hit those macros. I'm trying to get in enough protein for the day. Yet the more protein I have, the more bloated I get. Kind of annoying. And then when it comes to dairy, I don't really have a lot of dairy, but I swear by Greek yogurt. However, because of the casein protein content in Greek yogurt, it's a slow absorbing type of protein, so I typically have Greek yogurt at night. So to me, I'm like, okay, if I'm having it at night, right before I go to bed, no big deal. But it is annoying throughout the day if I'm having protein, then I'm bloated. However, I've noticed it over time, since I started taking the probiotics, I'm getting less and less bloated from protein. Like my bloat, when I have protein, or Greek yogurt, if I have it during the day, or dairy, or whatever, is way less noticeable and way less prevalent. And I gotta say that the gut benefits, the gut health benefits from taking probiotics over the past couple months, that has been by far the biggest benefit I've noticed. It's been very, very noticeable just in terms of how I feel, going to the bathroom, all this kind of stuff that revolves around gut health has been pretty awesome. I gotta be honest, right? And like I said, it's not the kind of thing that I took and after day 3, I'm like, whoa, I notice it. But over the past couple of months, in general, like I said, like, wow, I'm just feeling a lot better. My gut feels better. I feel like I can eat a big meal and feel a lot healthier afterwards. I feel like my digestion is just improved, right? Just overall. Now, in terms of the other benefits, because I'm very honest and transparent in all my videos. One, when it comes to things like immune support, do I think my immunity is better? Tough to say. I very rarely get sick, so I will say that. Like, I'm very active, I eat super healthy, I work out super hard, I'm very, very active naturally. So that is tough to say. I feel like I haven't really noticed an immunity benefit, so to speak. However, that being said, maybe there is a benefit and I'm just not noticing it. Again, it's only been a couple months. Maybe, even though I'm not noticing it, that immunity benefit is still there. And lastly, I do want to bring up the mental health aspect. That has been such an interesting topic to see all these new studies coming out because, like I said, it's a two-way connection. Your mind affects your gut and then vice versa. Your gut affects your mind. So this is why eating healthier, especially with things like probiotics or even fermented foods like kimchi or kefir or Greek yogurt, things that are fermented that have a lot of CFUs can be extremely good for you, not just in terms of gut health, but mental health as well. And being honest again, it's tough to say in the past couple months, like, has my mood gotten better or anything? I will say it has. I'll be honest. I feel like I've been a lot happier in the past couple months. My mood has been elevated. I'm naturally a positive person anyway, but I will say in the past couple months, my mood has been the best it's ever been. Then again, and I think this is very important to mention because I'm always ultra honest. Who knows? Maybe there's other things going on in my life. Like I feel like things have been going really well with YouTube and with my music and everything. So it could be other factors that kind of play into this. Like maybe it's not just the probiotics. It could be lifestyle changes in terms of me working out harder. It could be the fact that things are going well with my career and my business. And it could be a multitude of different things. That being said, similar to the immunity situation, even though it's tough to pinpoint, is it exactly the probiotics that's making me happier? At the end of the day, one, I'm feeling happier. So wherever it's coming from or however it's happening, can't complain. And two, the science does say like, yeah, probiotics are actually incredibly good for you, especially when it comes to mental health, improving mood. Even they've looked into studies of like alleviating things like anxiety and depression. And of course, I have to mention, I'm not a licensed doctor. I am not a licensed therapist. Of course, always consult with a licensed professional when it comes to mental health, physical health, or anything along those lines. I gotta say though, overall, like I said in the intro, probiotics I feel like are a very underrated supplement because when most people think of supplements, they think of the biggest ones, which are important, of course, like vitamin D, fish oil, magnesium, etc., etc. But with probiotics and gut health being so important for both physical health, but also mental health, probiotics are an incredibly valuable supplement to take. And these probiotics, I gotta say, are one of the most underrated supplements I've ever taken in terms of having excellent physical health and also mental health.